Hello and welcome to episode 39 of our East Coast Mainline map. Today's guest station should be a really easy one. I know a couple of you are at least having a go now, as we hear a train pull in. We're going to start giving away a couple of clues. One of them is Houston? No, not Houston Station. We'll be in completely the wrong side of the pond. Euston Station over in the distance there. And what you can't see behind those trees is King's Cross. And those are the trains that operate on here. Let's bring this up. Obviously I forgot to turn this off, so let's do that. It is indeed St. Pancras. Easy one. Today, a couple of things planned. Maybe. At least one I want to put in. We're going to start extending our West Coast Mainline. And we're going to have to move another station / town. We're pretty good at that. Bushey Station, I want to put in for a good reason. It's got 2 viaducts coming into the station, and the station is kind of cool. I'm going to quickly show you. There we go. That's our station, Bushey, and to the north is our 2 viaducts. Going to be tricky. We're going to have to do some terraforming to get this to work, which I'm going to pause the game in the background because there's no need for that. And we'll head straight back to the gate. That's what I'm looking at, and that's what we're going to attempt. And it's going to be closer to Wealdstone than it should be. There are a bunch of stations down here, but it's kind of a landmark, and which is what we're going for. I'm a little bit apprehensive about this. I feel like we might be able to do it. Let's start with I feel like we can start with the track plan. I mean, first off, we're going to have to get this working. Not with that. Let's try that instead. Remove the tannery and make sure we're all flat. This is an interesting bunch of tracks. It tends to go into 3 tracks to get to the 4 platforms, and we're just going to wing it to what suits us, and I think this is our best bet. It's a bit more complex than that, but we're going with that. And this will be... It doesn't have to be fast at all. This will be our overground line. See, this isn't really right, but we're going to go with this. This we need to bring out too. Hopefully these are all on the level. We need to bring this up here, as the only way this goes is over there. I don't see... I guess it's an emergency, or... I don't know why the overground would go over there, but it is an option for them. It doesn't go on this way. And I guess then we can do this, and that covers most of our bases. I might just go 25, you know. I mean, it's a... Oh, looks like 27. That'll do. I mean, it is a terminus station. So, we're not really bothered about speed. Does that cover all of our bases? Not quite. Almost. We can get onto there to go to these 2 and then get back again. But we can't get back on over from here. So we're going to have to do something along these lines if possible. We'll see. It might not be possible. Oh, I think we might get away with it, guys. There we go. Now that will cover all of our bases. It's a little bit more messy than that in real life. But sometimes it's best to... we could have... Let me think. I mean, you could have that. It does have, like, this going on. I mean, technically, right, we could have this as well. Perhaps. That's what I'm thinking. And it does go to 3. We could maybe replicate that. How, I don't know. We could have this one branch off a bit further down here, but then we're not going to be left with much room. Anyway, we need to keep heading this way. We'll get a bit faster. Don't need to get crazy fast, though. You may be wondering why we're heading this way, but that's how we get to our Bushey station. / junction. It's kind of a junction and a station. What I want to do is have Bushey move towards closer to Wealdstone, and then use north of Wealdstone as to populate that station. That's the plan. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm hoping it goes okay. We will need to bring this double track down. We do start heading that way. I want to keep this flat because what we're going to do is once we're straight into it today, aren't we? No messing. What I want to do is terraform around where we'll need it to make the viaducts. Once we have the outline done. They're not massive viaducts as such. They're more like just town bridges, but a little bit like what we done over where is it? Where are we? Over here. Something like that, with a darker stone if possible. We have the beginnings. This is going to be tricky. That there's no two ways about it. This is just going to be tricky. And we don't have a lot of room to play with before we get to Wealdstone, so, you know, that's all we can do. There is another station here. Maybe we'll be able to put it in at a later date, but as you can see, at the scale we're at, we're not really leaving ourselves much room. I think so far we've got a good guide. Like I said, we're using this as an outline more than anything. Eventually, let's look north. We do want to come at a kind of this angle. I don't know whether the trains actually slow down to come down here, but we'll find out. This might be a bit of a squeeze. We might have to replan this a little bit to get it to work. We are then going to go round, and then Wealdstone's going to be down this way. Alright. We might get away with that. It's a bit too far. I want to cut that back a bit. And this, which means we're going to have to go out more aggressively. Or come back in sooner. I guess come back in sooner might work. Get that flat for now. And then we'll just come right round here. Do you know what? This is the London Overground. Right here is the London Overground. I don't think we need to worry about speed too much. But I do want to get this in. Somehow. Do you think we should... Yeah, I think we should go out further to come in at a better angle. So if we're not worried about speed, we can kind of go 30. 31 works. So we go out more like that. And then start hooking round quicker or sooner. Told you this would be tricky. See how this does. This will be our viaduct here. And about there. Okay, I think we can manage that. What we need to do is start doing some terraforming to get this to work. I'm going to start by doing this a little bit around. Well, it's kind of around about here more than anything. We'll need it both sides. I know it'll look terrible at the moment. That gives us enough room. We don't want it... Well, we don't care about it being too high. Now we can bring this back. We know where we're going with that. Now, where's our tool? Do this and flatten it a little bit around where we're going to be working. I can find it's question mark, right? There we go. Yeah, if we can flatten this around here. I don't know whether we've gone too far. Maybe? Maybe a little bit. Maybe we can bring it up a touch. We'll bring it up a touch and we'll experiment. Does that give us... It does. It will be the invisible struts. Question is, what does it look like once we get all of the tracks in and start doing a viaduct of sorts? Okay. Now, how would our arches look? That is the question, not those. You know, I'm going to click all these, aren't I? Oh, it's the flower pots, isn't it? Well, it's actually a little bit high. I would like it to be a little bit closer to the track, if possible. Get rid of all that. So let's go up a touch. Probably... Let's try that. It's going to be a lot of experimentation to start with. Let's just go straight here, shall we? Too much? Too much. That's alright. We've left ourselves a little ridge so we can work our way kind of like this. I want to get it really as close to the ground as technically possible. Because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. There we go. So that height should about do it. Let's pick our invisible struts. We'll go like this. And like that. And then we can see how that looks. So we don't have much room to pull this off. So it's a bit it's a bit gambly. How's that look? Now that's better. That's about as close as we're getting. Yes. Okay. So we have our height. We're not going to need it all the way back here. We can blend this in. Let's get all of that the same height, shall we? We could probably go with a bit bigger, can't we? Get all this to about the same. And then eventually we'll get to the station. Let's have a look how much room we got. Like that. We'll blend that in eventually. Where's our station going to be? Okay. I want to go like that for now. This will either work or it won't. And that's what we're going to be trying out today. A lot of detailing around here, isn't there? Track-wise. Oh, if I can pull this off, I'll be so happy. Interesting. What speed are we looking at? I don't think it'll be too fast over here. Especially given our scale. We might even knock this back a bit and bring the ground up. We want to kind of make it not so obvious what we've done. Eventually, all of this should be up towards the track. In fact, it's kind of weird. This is down below street level, and this then goes above street level. So there's a bit of change in quite fierce for us. Change of elevation. So if we go there. Some of this is going to be, it actually does go to 6 tracks if you're wondering. Now if we get this coming round too. It is all flat at least. I'd like to get rid of this. Have all of this section as the viaduct type thing here. So we'll take it back to the track. I know it's quite worrying at the moment. It looks a mess. But hey, wanted to try something adventurous today. We haven't done new stations for a little bit. Okay. Now we need to think about this. The station's going to be right there. We're probably going to have to take these both back a little bit. For now. Then, let's see if we can make a station. Since I've done that, let's have a quick save. I was watching Bumbling Brit yesterday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. And he had a problem with one of the stations. Quite a huge problem. It crashed his stream a couple of times. Yeah, so if you ever feel like watching his live stream, I do hang out in there when I can. You can come chat to the BB and myself. And the Maroons? I don't think they're going with that. It was this one, flexible station. So I'm staying clear of that. That's for sure. What we want is our good friend here. And we should be able to go with the triangle, I think. We're going to have 2 entrances. And I'm not sure how we're doing it just yet. We're going to have a 2 and a 4. And that looks about right. Obviously it's going to be better than this, hopefully, by the time I'm finished. Get rid of that. Should we get rid of all of the extras for now? So we know what we're doing. None. 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 Okay, so we have that in. We're probably going to have the closest one shorter. And then that longer. Is not how I wanted it. Actually, it is. Goodness. You know what? That might be acceptable. It's not curved. Believe it or not. I mean, this is going to be weird. But we're going to go for it. And it obviously won't be 100%. Now, we're going to have to get quite aggressive here. Oh, that's the wrong way. Can we change that? No, we can't. I really wanted it to go. No. No, no, no. Well, need to rethink this plan, don't we? We kind of want it to scoot off that angle. So maybe we need to 4 and 2. Like that. And change the polarity maybe? And hang on, this will be... I'm telling you, this, I don't know whether we can pull this off. This would be the short one. This would be the long one instead. Oh, please do this right. I'm so excited and now I'm a little bit sad. We want to go with this one. This one stays straight. Change the polarity. Okay. Well, the station isn't going to be where I want it. We're going to have to... This might crash it. But I do... Okay. Okay. We might need to go shorter. Quite a bit shorter. Maybe we can get away with a... I don't know what train stop here, but maybe we can get away with a slightly shorter station. Maybe if we go 200... Okay. I mean, obviously it's not right. We don't want the station there. And there literally isn't this big triangle in the middle. But if we can keep this as one station, I kind of like this as representing it so far. I kind of do. The question is, how much of an angle can we get on that? Because this is going to have to be tight. Alright. We might need to peg it back a little bit. I'm not defeated yet. What's this covering angle? Oh! Oh! Okay. Now that is interesting. Does that give us what we need? I mean, it's a bit excessive, right? We could say none, right? For the main entrance. You know what? That isn't half bad. We could... It's too much now, isn't it? Too much curve. I mean, this is a bit of an experiment. We don't need quite as much covering, do we? Not at all. That's a bit better. I would like that not to be all in the middle, but hey. Maybe if we shrink that platforms down a little bit. I guess the covering angle doesn't need to be quite as aggressive. Or more aggressive. I don't know. What if we go with 5? There we go. A little bit better. We can offset. I have a feeling this is going to crash horribly. Because we are doing some crazy things. What's a uniform? Let's not mess with that just yet. Platform variation. How's that work? Interesting. Interesting. Oh, do you know what? I've been trying to get that curved station on the other side. I'll have to figure out how we did that. But anyway, that's not that. We do want... Oh, what do we want the shortest platform as? Is that going to work? No, that kind of does something not what I was expecting. Offset. This is something I hope we can get going with. Because I would like to shove... see, it's doing all of them. Unaffected platforms, 90%. Can we do that? Oh, the wrong way round, isn't it? Yeah. Should we be thankful that this works? I would like to put that on a curve too. Although it's not technically 200. I think 200. I feel like I want to just put this on a minor curve too. Just a little bit, because we're going to need to swing round. Okay. Now, what was that unaffected platforms we got? Was it that? Yes, that. That I'm kind of happy with. Okay. What we'll do is we'll take this bit back and work around what we've got currently. Hopefully it saves all what we've got there. No, don't. Well, yes, actually, do that. So we need to come round here. Yes. No, that's way too... Think. Don't cover up my arrows. Stay straight. About there. And there. Right, now we need this bit. Very gentle. To do that. Ready for our station. What are you thinking? Are we going to sort of get this in? I mean, it looks a bit huge. But I want this in. Yeah, you're going to have some problems with this, aren't you? Come on. I really would like you to... What happens if... Because we're filling all this in... Actually, we're supposed to fill that in, aren't we? Silly mate. Go like that. Fill that in. And then take it back a touch. You're watching an experiment in the making. Okay. Does that give us enough building space? Pull this. Oh, oh, oh. No. Why? What are we colliding with? What? I bet it's the edge of the brick. We need to come a little bit forward. I should have guessed that, really. There we go. I mean, we're on a bit of a curve there. This might look terrible by the time I'm done. Apologies. Oh, I see. They're not... We just need one of these. Maybe that'll help. Just one track. Oh, come on. What are you... What are you doing now? Right. You. What we need to do... Are we going to be defeated? It's kind of looking that way, isn't it? We need some... Get rid of this up to this sort of height. Around here is going to be needed. How's that looking? Can we get away with it? Oh, now what? Where? I don't understand. I mean, we're going a bit wonky here, but we are swinging round to the south of Wealdstone anyway. What are you having problems with here? Do we have to get this down further? It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we're doing something a bit weird. Just give us lots of room and we can sort out the scenery afterwards and make it look a little bit better. Does that give us the room? Come on. Oh, we're in. That's not too bad, is it? Obviously, we're coming totally wrong there now. Which is kind of okay, because we maybe don't have to go quite so aggressive out here and go more straight there. Right, let's get our this. Let's make ourselves some viaduct room. Oops, not like that. I'll be super surprised if this works. And what we want to do is kind of go like that. And have this solid for now. Then we want to have this little bit here as the viaduct. Going through what is essentially town. Or the town. Whether we're going to be able to encourage them to build here, I don't know. But this kind of works. It ain't going to be fast either. Now, can we... Yeah, I didn't think we'll be able to go around at that angle. Oh, we might be able to, actually. We'll do a better... There we go. Not very fast. We don't care. So we'll have a little viaduct area here. And one over here. And this one will be interesting because it kind of splits off. And at a decent speed. Okay. I think we're happy with that. It looks a mess. Granted. We are going to do something though. Because this needs to actually come up, interestingly. Does it? I mean, it kind of does. I'd like to go up higher, but I think we should count our blessings right now. That we've even got this in. That is the weird junction. Anyway, it's kind of that close to... In real life, it's kind of that close to the junction anyway, but obviously we then hit straight into Wealdstone. So, yeah, we've got to deal with what we've got. Oh, no! That's not what we wanted. Need to bring this up now. Around here. Lots of terraforming. Hopefully we can repair all that. Beautiful. Now I'm hoping eventually this just works. Because it doesn't look half bad. Oh well, it looks terrible at the moment. It doesn't look half bad in the great scheme of things, considering what we just did. Do intend to fix it quite a bit. Don't know what we're doing past that point just yet with the junctions. This bit we need to not look as obvious. There we go. I mean, they're not going to come out here and build, Watford or not. So, you know, we'll just take it. I mean, there is room for a little station here, should we decide to, at some point. Now, question is, how's it going to look in the end? Whatever happens, we're keeping it. Because I'm not taking you through halfway through the episode and then going, actually, that looks terrible. Let's delete it. I mean, it does look a bit terrible. We've got no way to get into it. And it's not quite right, but it's close enough. And I like that this continues to curve out here. What we can do now is, I feel like This curve here might be tricky to build on. But no, we should be alright. Alright. I mean, it's not brilliant, but it's not terrible either. Let's get a save point in. And then we'll get cracking with the arches. And a road, depending on where it's put its invisible stuff. And we're back. Quickly saved. I'm not happy with this anymore. This track here should be the leading track that comes from around here. So, we'll probably work on that in a little bit. If we have time. If not, I'll just go and change that to something that I prefer. This is the one that splits off into two. I would like that closer to the real thing. But anyway, I'd rather do this first. Because this is going to be kind of tricky. I'm hoping I can get this done in record time. Famous last words. So let's get this done. We're going to need a nice dark one. I'm almost thinking Gothic, actually. Like this. I like this one. This one almost works. How does it work when it's filled in? Yeah, you see, I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. And if we can double up on that and have them either side. Let's change the height first. They are kind of big. That's how they start out anyway. Yeah, let's get the right height. How much width do we want? We want them to see, we could do 3 and then 1 like we did before. What was that, around about C? Yeah. B. We could do that. It doesn't leave us much room on the edge though. Unless we shift the distance from track a little bit. Oh, let's go the other way, right? That way. How far can we stick out there? I want to leave enough room to have like the wall going down. We could overhang a little bit. Is an option. No, I feel like we can just... Maybe if we go... What's that? Oh, that's crazy. Maybe a... Aha! No. Should we go with 2? No, 3 kind of works. Work it out. Don't back out. Maybe if we just go wider. Think a bit. There we go. I think that will do us. There. That gives us plenty of room for like a wall. We don't have the height to the track, do we? And what do we normally go with that? Is it like a 6? Does that look about right to you? We obviously want to be on the right side, which will be there. How's that looking? Alright, we've got the start of our arches. Let's get these in. I am not going to worry too much about flashes. Only gaps. We're going to need a point in the middle where the road goes under. Maybe we change that now, which would be this one. Yeah, that one. Come at this. Come on. Yeah, we'll have 2 of those. Perfect. Can we get a road through there? That's the question. Don't like that gap though. Or that one. Are they all like that? They are, aren't they? Well... Sorry about that. So we need to overlap a touch. So go where it's straight, go back 1. How's that? Look at the flashing. You know what? Live with it. I mean, are you going to technically see it? I mean, you are when it's moving, but you're not when you're going over it, are you? Okay. That does allow us for curve in the track, so it kind of works. I mean, it's a case of having... Really wish it wouldn't do that. I guess that's what we've got to live with. We'll go with one here. Okay. And we fit one more in and then go back to solid. Okay. Now, please, can we go all the way to the station from here? It's not looking too bad so far. I say that every time, and then it's awful. We can just go... Can we just get straight in there? That'd be awesome. Alright. You know what? It's not too bad, is it? I mean, apart from the flashes, it's not too bad. Yeah, we'll take it. So on the other side, obviously we need to go a lot smaller. But we need to stick out the same, so we can't go too small. How far are we coming across here? Not a million miles, is it? Okay, about that. Does that get... We want about the same either side, obviously. Oh, that's too much. Oh, do we just do that then? Now that's too much, isn't it? I guess we rein it in a little bit with our distance from track. So we're going to have to go probably along... Is that right? How far out do we need? Probably just a touch more than that. The question is... Does that... Oh, that works. Alright. So we're going with that. Because when we get to the middle, we want that to just kind of work. I guess it doesn't matter if it's a little bit lopsided, does it? Oh, I went on the wrong side. My bad. Get this right. Okay, that side. Now we can't go wrong, because that's how it is. So we go back one. Where does the bridge? Next one. So it'll be like there. Oh, I've done. Tricky. Tricky maneuvers. Need to be on that. There we, oh, I had it. I had it. There. No. Come on. Stop being silly. There we go. Not easy doing this. Not easy at all. Okay, now this is the moment of truth. This would be a disaster. Or it'll work. Whichever. Okay. Back. And then in. Do you know what? Got it. Let's finish this off. Can't believe we got that. Want to be on the outside. Oh dear. Come on. On the outside. Come on. Is that right? Oh, that might just be right because it's on a curve, isn't it? Wow, I can't believe we got that curve in. Alright, we're taking it. And then we just head all the way. Oh, no, we don't. Oh! Let's leave one of those in, because Isn't that kind of cool? A little cubby hole in there. Should we do 2 of these? Yeah, I like that. Accidental cool things. I like those. Yes. Okay, now we'll go back. Oh, I had a excited child moment then. Beautiful. All right. We're in. Oh, we can't really fit another one in, but we will. No, no, we're not. That's disgusting. Oh, and look at this in the middle. Look at that, guys. We can maybe put a little wall in the middle. That'd be beautiful. Yes. You know we can't fit a road in here, right? And that's going to make me very sad. Quick save, because we've done that. Now, what sort of road can we get under here? I don't think it's going to be very big. Really? You're just going to go with it straight like that? Is that it? Are we just... Okay. Well, we're in. Beautiful. Well, I guess that's a thing and it's staying. Okay. Now, I was thinking we could build some stuff down here. I mean, for this, we'll put some either concrete or tarmac down here. And this one will be a fake one with no road through it. I don't know whether any of these are going to reach this area. These might come out this far. Obviously, once I build an entrance either side. You know what? I'm really happy with that. For the moment, we just want to get the 2 in, don't we? Let's go with what we had again. This one. How are we going to do this one? This one looks a bit iffy there. Maybe we just go here. This one's more of a concrete. Or a brick, I should say. What brick do we have? This one. Kind of like that. I think we ignore this tight curve at the beginning because I don't want that. And we'll just go straight with these and put a couple in. And I think we'll get it. Or we can go... Now, let me think here. If we go object width and just cover the entire thing, right? But then change the offset, that will give us a double track, right? I think that's what the intention is there. Yeah. So if we go like, it doesn't matter which, does it? Then go a bit wider. Oh, that's almost there. A little bit short. No, a bit wider. I like the wide. But we're going to have to adjust this, I think. What's that? That is close enough. Then we haven't got to worry. Maybe we can get that? Oh, I don't want it. I don't want the actual thing itself curving, but we can go a bit further back. There. Now, will this work? Obviously, we're going to have to overlap a little bit. And we'll just finish off there. Oh, that should be the other one, right? We'll go with the filled version. Make sure we're on the straight and narrow here. How's that? Okay. And this one, we don't... Oh, can we? I'd like to. Can we? You know what? I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. Bit weird here, but I'm definitely going to have that. All right. Now, can we get another road in? I guess it all depends where the struts are, right? Not there. There we can. Let's get it kind of straight. Oh, come on. I mean, it doesn't have to be too perfect, does it? But you know what? Take it. Stop messing around. I guess these can join up, right? For now. Unbelievable. We got it in. I can't believe we did that. Okay. I'm gonna pause it there for you guys. And I'm gonna put in all these things. You don't really need to see any of that. You know what happens there. I'm going to go and put the tops on here to block it all in. And I'll be with you shortly. Or instantly for you. For me, it's probably going to take 10 or 20 minutes. My work is complete. There we go. I just put these side things on. And like I said, I went for a little bit of a middle thing here. Not the prettiest of things. But it's in there. Gives it some character. We have... Oh, that's a point. We are towards the end. We'll have Bushey. Oh, that was... That, okay. Just press anything on your keyboard except what you want. Bushey. There we go. I put these in. Also. Because we're running a bit short on time. We're going to have to start wrapping up. Again, I have taken far too long doing something. But you know what? It doesn't look half bad, does it? We are going to finish that off. We have got some demolishing to do around here in the next episode. Let's see what colours we've got. Okay, it's going to be most of the residential. That'll please them. This over here, you see, is kind of on the right angle. Level just here, but if we go this way we're just going to end up with a massive tunnel and there isn't one. So what I'd rather do is, do we have time for this? I don't want to get rid of all of the residential just yet. Maybe we can prep it. Let's yeah, that I just did that. Let's do that. All of this needs to come down to that level. You'll see what I mean if I do this. You see, we've got a bit of a problem here. So we're going to have to sort this out somehow. All of this does connect up. Oh, that's bad. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, as you can see, we've got quite a bit of work to do here. Let's see if we can get that in. And get rid of all this for now. And we'll get our flattening tool. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Oh, no, there we go. Look at how much dirt we got to plunk out of this. That's a lot. We need to go with a bit bigger, I think. See if we can... Come on. Oh. Yeah, we're pushing it a bit there. About there. Yeah, that's it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna... It's gonna be tricky. I think I'll probably... Once we get past this bit... Oh, we have some residential over here. Again, we're going to have some problems with oh, Wealdstone's going to take a bit of a beating here, isn't it? I do apologise. We need to get this a lot smoother. Yeah, let's just say Wealdstone is going to take a beating. Because we need to come in here, I think. Where is Wealdstone? Yeah, we need to come underneath like that. We might be able to get away with it. Not, hopefully it won't be too bad. We can get rid of all these safely. Now, how much of this can we... If we go like that first, and then flatten that, perhaps we can... there we go. There we go. See, it levels back out again, which is probably what we want. I don't know what we're doing about that. That is precarious, to say the least. Bet you didn't see that coming when you brought those properties. Hey, as always, in the name of progress. But yeah, there we go. We will we'll fix them and give them a brand new station. I'm sure they'll appreciate the station, considering we just wrecked half the town, more than half the town. There is not much left there, is there? We don't. Let's put that on high, shall we? We don't mind though. See, once all that gets smoothed out a bit, I think we can work with that quite well. I have a feeling I placed the towns in slightly the wrong place on the map. Which is unfortunate, but workable. I mean, you just fix little mistakes like that yourself. With the tools available in the game. That's how I do it. And I think we're good there. I mean, we're not... They're not happy. Oh, Wealdstone. Well. This place needs to get huge as well. And, I'm sure they will. Not today, though. Today you're going to look sad and upset. I mean, on the plus side, right, we haven't got rid of our community resident down here. There you go, Watford, you survived. Over here, so here's what we'll do. In the next episode, I'll probably do a little bit of scenery. I turned into Jonathan Ross. That's excellent. Scenery work. This should be going over the top, but we're going to go underneath. Bit of creative license. This we're going to take round here and give Wealdstone a station. I'm hoping they grow back out here, otherwise this is going to be in the middle of nowhere. Maybe we connect that up now and kind of encourage them to head that way. Perhaps. Maybe it'll work. Who knows? We'll go a bit on the straight side just there. How's that looking? Let's give these a little... Yep. Only a little bit of a... That doesn't matter. Smooth this out. Then we'll find somewhere to sit. And hopefully they'll start heading this way and build this way first. Which I would like. While we sit and do stuff. I mean, they're not going to... Oh, it's an official episode, isn't it? It was probably an official episode long ago. But I forgot to say. Now it definitely is. We've got a bit of scenery work to do. We've got a bit of rebuilding to do. And hopefully the AI will maybe be encouraged to head this way. Instead of this way. As I was saying, next episode, this is indeed a double tunnel up to King's Landley. Which I had planned for this episode. But obviously it's not happening. We're going to come up around about here for that. And I want to try and get this bow working wherever we were. Here. If we can replicate that without this bit, I'll be a happy camper. And that's it. That's what we did this episode. I feel like I could have achieved more. And that's with some editing. But it's something I really wanted to get in. I like this. I like this junction station. It's just kind of cool. So our overground will head this way. I will find us a place to sit. Okay, we are going to sit here. Let's get this playing. We made a whole bunch of terraforming decisions, or I did, around the Wealdstone and Watford area to get Bushey in. We're actually setting up Freight Station. This is not been up to Radlett for a while. We did this a long time ago. We'll see if Wealdstone starts to grow out that way. Hopefully they'll kind of double up as Bushey as well. And all of that will happen in the next episode. We'll definitely get King's Langley into the next episode. And more than likely we'll get Wealdstone Station in, depending on where they build. We'll probably leave it playing a little bit while we build King's Langley Station and connect that up with the tunnel. Looking forward to that. That'll be the West Coast Main Line starting to form up, so we can possibly start thinking about creating the mess around... It's not a mess, it's a fantastic bit of engineering, but for us it's probably going to look a mess. Around Euston Station. That's been episode 39. Join me in episode 40. That's a bit of a landmark for this season. Until then, take care.